Hi, my name is Matt Murphy, and my two words are desperate and hopeful. Growing up, I went to church because my family did. We went pretty much every Sunday growing up. I knew all the stories. I knew about Christmas, Easter, Jesus feeding a lot of people, the guy who got swallowed by the whale. I knew all the stories, but I thought that's where it ended. I never really understood the significance behind them. I ended up going back to church for confirmation after taking a couple years hiatus during middle school. And I ended up making a group of friends within the confirmation group and stuck around for a while. This led to high school, where my life quickly went to being all about getting achievements. I had an attractive girlfriend, I was a three-sport varsity athlete, I had good grades and was an Eagle Scout, and things just started really to go my way. I had continued involvement in church, and this took a lot of different forms. I was really involved. I was in the worship band, I was a confirmation leader, and I went on several youth retreats, uh, all the retreats I would go on. But my church involvement was lackluster. I never really felt welcomed in the group for several reasons and felt out of place within the congregation. See, the issue during high school is that nothing was ever perfect. My relationships were flawed, and my achievements were never enough to satisfy me. The harder I tried, the more I noticed I couldn't fix the broken parts of my life that I most desperately wanted to fix. I compensated for this by achieving more, trying harder, and I was just really desperate for any sort of healing. I was far away from God. I was skeptical Jesus was real, and I was feeling like I was undeserving of anything He could offer me. That led me to college, where I went to the University of Illinois, and I got involved in crew, largely out of a feeling of obligation that I had to continue going to something churchy, church related. And that's really where I got my tough questions answered. Questions like, is there proof that Jesus is real? Um, how much of my sin is paid for by Jesus? And the answer to that was all. Um, and another big question for me was, is any of my sin too bad to be forgiven? And the answer to that was no. And I think the most significant question for me was, did God send His Son to die for me, a desperate, hopeless person, or did He only send it to to redeem people that had their lives together? And the answer was, He sent His Son to redeem me, a desperate and hopeless person. And that was really significant to me. I now have hope that God's grace covers all my inadequacies. I can rest in His love for me, uh, and that allows me to love people better in this world. Although, as everyone who knows me can well testify to, I can tend to be a jerk, but I have hope that the Spirit of God is working through me every day, sanctifying me, making myself more like Him. I have hope that I am saved, covered in fully sufficient grace that goes beyond my comprehension. I have hope that despite my failures, I can spend eternity with Him thanks to His grace. My name is Matt Murphy, and those are my two words.